Today, Don Locke is about to reveal a big secret. It's something that might shock you. He's going to show you how successful people really think, and why your own thoughts could be the biggest thing holding you back. For many years, Don has spoken with millionaires, leaders, and top performers. And from all those talks, he discovered something surprising. Success is not just about working harder. It's not even about being the smartest. It's about seeing the world in a completely different way. Most people will never understand this way of thinking. That's why they stay broke, confused and stuck. But if you're ready to let go of your old thinking and finally learn to think like the top 1%, you're in the right place. Dan didn't learn all this from books. He lived through pain and failure. He dropped out of school. He couldn't pay rent. He kept failing over and over. But one day, everything changed. Dan became a self-made millionaire by doing just one thing differently. He rewired his mind. He didn't stop there. He sat down with some of the most powerful people in the world, not to take selfies, but to study them. He wanted to know, what do they do that others don't? It wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It wasn't who they knew. It was how they think. And today, Don is revealing 3 secrets successful people use to think differently. And once you learn them, you can start thinking like the rich Yvonne if you don't have money yet. Are you ready to unlock your real power? If you feel stuck or want to reach the next level, then the mindset of the top 1% could change everything. Comment below, I'm ready to think like the top 1%. Dan will give your comment a heart. If this video speaks to you, click the like button, subscribe. That one small click helps. The channel growing gives you more powerful lessons to change your life. Now let's begin. The first secret. Think long-term. Dan Locke found this truth not from a book but from a real-life moment. Years ago, he had lunch with a businessman worth $500 million. Imagine being young, broke, and sitting across from someone who could change your life. With one phone call, you might think that man would talk about his money, cars, or houses. But he didn't. He spent the whole lunch talking about the next 50 years of his life. He was in his 50s. He was rich beyond belief, but he smiled like a child on Christmas morning, telling Dan about his future dreams. He didn't want to slow down. He wanted to build more, help more, and leave behind a legacy after he was gone. That's when Dan understood. Success isn't about reaching the finish line. It's about drawing a bigger map every single day. Dan started to notice something. People who struggle with money only. Think about right now. Think about a homeless person. They don't plan 5 years ahead. They think about their next meal. Go up one step. Most employees only think about their next paycheck. Will I pay rent? Will I get a bonus? Managers stretch it a little. They think about the next quarter, the next 3 months. Entrepreneurs do better. They plan for the next year. A new product, new goal, maybe enter a new market. But Dan knew even that wasn't enough. He started to plan 10 years into the future. Then he worked backward. What must happen in year 9, year 8, year 7, till it came down to what he needed to do today. And that's how his idea of DIG was born. Daily income goal, not one day I'll be rich, but what action today brings me closer. Most people live like they're driving in heavy fog. They can't see past the hood of their car, but Dan lives like a pilot, 30,000 feet in the air, seeing the whole journey. Ask yourself this. Are you planning your next meal or your next decade? Are you chasing a paycheck or building a legacy? Because once you start thinking long-term, every single choice you make changes. You'll stop wasting time. You'll focus your energy, and you'll become unstoppable, not because you move fast, but because you move with purpose. Type this in then. Comments if you're serious. I'm building my legacy one day at a time. Dan will heart your comment because that mindset is what separates the stuck from the successful. The second secret, think accurately. This one sounds simple. It's one of the most powerful secrets of all. Most people either think everything will go great or they believe nothing will work. It's either I'll be a millionaire in 1 month, or this is a stupid idea. Successful people don't do that. They see things exactly as they are. Not better, not worse, just the truth. That's where most people mess up. Think of someone who jumps into business with a big dream. They say, I'll make $20,000 in 21 days. Believe everything will be perfect. But that's not optimism. That's denial. It's like thinking, I can run a marathon tomorrow. Without ever training, it won't happen. Don says, that kind of thinking isn't just wrong, it's dangerous. Smart people aren't blind dreamers. They are realistic optimists. Yes, they believe in their dreams, but they also ask, what could go wrong? What am I missing? What danger is hiding? That's not being negative. That's being ready. Let's say you start a business and your product flops. If you already thought about that risk, you'll have a backup plan. So when bad things happen, you're not scared. You're prepared, Dan. Doesn't just hope things go well. He prepares for the storm while the sky is still clear. That's why he succeeds not by chance, but by design. When you think accurately, your chances of success go way up because you've already planned for the worst. And when the worst shows up, you're ready now. Ask yourself, are you being realistic about your goals? Or are you just wishing everything goes smoothly? Type this in the comments if you're ready. I'm prepared for success, and I'm ready for the challenges. Don will heart it because this mindset, the mindset of preparation, is what turns dreams into real life. If you've learned something new, click the like button, and if this is your first time here, subscribe. Help us reach 1 million subscribers. If you've already joined, comment, I subscribed. Thank you for doing that. Now, let's keep going. The third way successful people think differently is that they think about people. Don Locke says that people who fail usually only think about themselves, what they want, how much money they can grab, and what they can take. But successful people, they think bigger. They think about others. They focus on building strong friendships and helping people. There's a big difference between people who want to win by making others lose and people who want everyone to win. Successful people understand something important. Real success isn't just about taking, it's about giving. It's about building something that lasts. Have you ever seen someone who is really desperate for money? You can feel it. Their energy feels heavy. It's not nice. It feels like they're begging, always asking for help, or trying to sell something that doesn't even help you. It's exhausting. Like they don't believe in themselves, so they try to grab whatever they can, even if it's wrong, Dan says. People like that don't become truly successful. They're too desperate. And that desperation, it causes problems. It brings fights. Nobody wants to work with someone who's always on edge. Chasing quick money, Don has seen it himself. The people who lied to him or betrayed him were always the ones who were desperate. And when someone is desperate, they can't be trusted. They'll do anything just to win, even if it hurts others. But successful people don't act like that. They build friendships that last a long time. They know that if everyone around them wins, they win too. They still care about making money, but they do it the right way by giving people value, by respecting others, and by creating trust. They know their business isn't just about themselves. It's about the people they work with there. Customers, their workers, their partners. Successful people think, how can I help them succeed? Because when others do well, they do well too. Dan doesn't try to force people to buy things. He doesn't shout or push. Instead, he listens. He wants people to feel understood, wants them to feel happy and respected. That's how he sells. By helping Ann with his workers. Dan doesn't just give orders. He helps them grow. He trains them. He supports them so they can do their best. He believes that the more you help people, the more they want to help you back. That's the power of thinking about others. When you put people first, they feel it. They want to support you, trust you, and help you succeed. Dan also doesn't believe in the idea of being self-made. Some people say, I'm a self-made millionaire, like they did everything by themselves. But Don says that's not true. No one does it alone. Everyone who's successful has helped a team, a friend, a mentor. Without those people, you don't get far. So when you care about others, you're not just building a business, you're building a community. You're building something bigger than just yourself. It's real success. In the end, Don Luck teaches us something powerful. He says that successful people think differently. First, they think long-term. They know success doesn't come overnight. You have to plan and work for years. Second, they think clearly. They don't pretend everything is perfect. They see the truth, the good, and the bad, and they face it. Have you ever started something new and thought it would be easy? And boom, problems come, and you're shocked. Don tells us to be ready. Expect problems. Think ahead. That way, when trouble comes, you're already prepared. You can turn it into a chance to grow. And the third way, successful people think. They think about others. No one climbs to the top alone. Don reminds us success isn't just about making a product or running a business. It's about understanding. People, how can you help your customer? How can you support your team? How can you make people feel valued? When you stop thinking only about yourself and start lifting others, they'll lift you too. It's not about being self-made. It's about being team-made. Successful people know this. They grow by giving. They build others up. And in return, those people help them succeed even more. Don wants us to remember this. Real success comes from taking smart risks, building strong friendships, and always thinking about how to help others. He's built his whole life on these ideas. Yet he chooses to surround himself with people who believe the same. People who want to grow together, not fight for scraps. When you start thinking this way, when you put people first and focus on value, everything changes. People around you grow. You grow. Your whole life grows. So if you're ready to think like this, to build strong, win-win relationships, type this in the comments. I'm focused on creating value for others and building strong connections. It's time to change your mindset from just thinking about you to thinking about we. And hey, if you liked this video and want more, comment, I want more. Yes. Just write it below. If you've been with us for a while on Real Money, you know this is just the beginning.
Yes.
There's so much more to learn, not just about money, but about life, growth, and success. Our mission isn't just to teach strategies. It's to give you the tools to grow in every part of your life, your relationships, your mindset, and how you chase your dreams. So think about this video. Ask yourself, what can I do today to think differently? What can I change right now to get closer to my goals? We want you to aim high, think big, and take action. Share your thoughts below. Tell us what you've learned. Your comment might inspire the next video or help someone else move forward. Real Money isn't just a channel, it's a family. A group of people who believe in growing together and helping each other win. If this video helped you, tell us in the comments. And don't forget to say, I watched the video till the very end. When I see that, I'll give your comment a heart before you go. Here are 3 quick steps. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, turn on the bell so you never miss new videos. We give our best every week to help you grow. Your support keeps us going.